First few simple mods on my new Ram truck. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive FST. If you haven't heard, I've got a new truck. It's a Ram 1500, and of course, I can't wait to dig in with the mods, right? We're going to start on just some simple ones today. What I've got here, of course, when you buy any truck, the dealer puts their little sticker on the back. Here we have Burns. I got this truck at Burns. I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. Hopefully it comes off easy. And then we have one in the front as well. Now, before I do that, of course, this can't be just a little sticker removal video, can it? Yeah, I've done it before. I'm going to let you know a couple other things that I'm going to do. I'm looking to black some things out, actually, particularly the big old Ram emblem that we have on the back here. This is just beaming chrome. It's got to be black. Either I paint it or I replace it altogether. We'll see. This Lone Star badge, it's probably going to go because it is chrome, unfortunately. I could cover up the Texas logo because that's kind of cool. And then paint the rest of it. We shall see. Got to do something about the tips. I believe those can be replaced. The exhaust tips, those have to be black. Gonna remove these decals on the back. It does say Sport. That's gonna have to go. Now, looking around the rest of the truck, we're gonna have to remove the Ram on the side. These I could go black, but they're just gonna have to go. Don't like that. Of course, these wheels, we won't even talk about those right now. The emblems on the side, the 1500 HEMI 5.7 liter, this is going to have to be black. And then down here in the front, of course, we have Ram in chrome on the front. So that gives me all kinds of things, I guess, that I'm going to have to remove on this truck or change out in some manner. I'll probably remove some of them, honestly, and then I'll also black out some of the others. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see about removing a couple of things today already, just to kind of ease in to modding my new Ram 1500. Okay, this should be pretty simple to do. There are a few things that you need. A couple of rags for cleanup, little Goo Gone in case you have any adhesive left on after pulling off the sticker. A little bit of water, clean up the area after everything is cleaned off. And then of course, a little bit of spray wax to protect the area that you've put the Goo Gone on, if indeed you do need to use it, we shall see. So I'm gonna commit the ultimate sin in removing anything from your truck against paint. I'm gonna use a fingernail because that's the best way I know to get these off. So let's see, the truck is brand new. It is a 2022, by the way, so I'm kind of hoping I can catch an area that's not down well. And there is one there, so that I can put as little pressure with my fingernail on it as I can. And actually, probably better off to try to hit an edge, which I've got. Now, if I can just grab that, and I did. Nice. So, I didn't have to use much fingernail on it, and this just peels right off. Feels good, looking good. There we go. I don't know why I smelled it. It doesn't smell like anything. Anyway, we've got the burns off. Sorry, Burns, you guys are great over there, but hey, I'm not getting that $500 a month advertising check. Anyway, we've got it off, and I just want to kind of feel it a little bit. I don't feel any adhesive on there, so that's cool. So now I'm going to just wipe it down a little bit with just my soapy water concoction. Again, just to kind of clean it up, make sure I don't feel any adhesive there. Just kind of wipe it down like so, because I am going to put wax over it. And while I'm at it, I want to see how hard this thing is on there. This is going to be really easy to get off once I leave the truck sit outside in the sun, because it's black, it's just going to bake this thing. So I suspect the adhesive will heat up really well. It pulls away pretty good now. I don't think this is pinned. I hope not. That would ruin my day. but we'll see. We'll get that off here eventually. So anyway, just cleaned it up a little bit like so, and then dry it off a little and spray a little bit of wax on there. Helps if you turn the nozzle open, of course. Not too much of this stuff, doesn't take a whole lot. I mean, it's not like we're waxing the whole truck, right? So just kind of wipe that down. Again, it's just to protect the paint from where you just pulled the sticker off, assuming it probably pulled any wax that might have been there, who knows. This truck will be a real joy to wax, by the way, since it's gigantic. Trucks aren't getting any smaller. I don't know if you guys have noticed. They're really not. Okay, we've got the wax sprayed on. If I can find a dry spot somewhere on the rag. Just want to wipe it down, buff it if you will, a little bit. There you go. Pretty simple. Again, this isn't rocket science. Just a little foray into modding a little bit early on the truck. That should be perfectly fine. Now, I am going to turn the truck around. We do have something in the front that we need to take care of as well. I keep sticking this thing to my, ouch, arms. One other thing I do want to mention, let's point you guys around this way. On the ram head, of course, which is right up here, that is pinned. So if you're looking to pull that off, just beware that there are two pins behind here, about in these locations that go through the tailgate itself. The rest of it's just held on by adhesive, so you should be able to heat it up, but there are two pins back here. So you want to make sure that you're aware of that. If you weren't planning on putting this back on, which I don't know why you wouldn't, you have to do something about those pins. Either fill them in, do a little body work, or get some kind of a badge or whatever, decal, that's going to cover that up. Anyway, let me turn the truck around and we'll move on to the next little mod. Next up is to remove this little placard in front. These are kind of just things to do if you're not into, you know, free advertising or anything when you first get your truck. I said these were going to be simple, right? So obviously they're just held on by screws. By the way, when I was in the truck, something was crawling on my leg. I don't know what it is, just about freaked out. I hit it, I felt it, it felt huge. Some kind of bug, I don't know what it was. Hope it's not still in the truck. Anyway, that'll ruin your day. Let's go ahead and get this thing off of here. Again, sorry Burns, great dealing with you, but hey, you know. So, let's throw that aside. I always put the screws back in just to make sure that I can locate them next time around, or when the real plates come. So we'll have them inside the holes like they're supposed to be, and I won't have to try to find them, because you know that's kind of a drag. Feels like these are stripped already. Very hard not to strip these. They just go into plastic. I might as well check the bottom ones while I'm at it. They feel stripped as well. I hate having a license plate, this thing on the front of the truck. I mean, it puts a hole through your bumper. Just looks like garbage. So anyway, that is removing the little placard from the dealership, and they all do that. Understand why? It's advertising, right? Okay, we do have one more little decal to take off. It's the Texas flag here. And don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-Texas, I'm not anti-flag, but I have something better to put on there. So this is simple. Glass is the best to put stickers or decals on because they're the easiest to get off. You just need a razor blade, pretty easy. Just grab a corner. Again, these are new, so it is leaving some adhesive on there. That's a bummer. But it just pulls right off. And then I'll try to use the decal actually to remove the adhesive because that I have found, and it's working here, is the best way. Adhesive loves to stick to adhesive, so just use your decal to get rid of the adhesive, or at least most of it, and then clean it up with a little bit of soapy water. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll place the new sticker. This is the sticker. Of course, it is the Rob Motive channel sticker. Actually, the one that I had for the have for the Tacoma. But let's go ahead, peel this off, get it stuck on there. Again, not complicated to do. Get it where I want it to be, and I always get these things crooked. I don't know, it's a character flaw, I guess. So I'm assuming that's pretty straight. I won't know until I go take a peek from the back, but I think that's about how it's going to be. So let's take a look. I think that's pretty straight. I don't know, good enough for who it's for, I guess. Okay, and then I just use a rag to kind of smooth it down to hopefully get rid of any air bubbles. And believe me, on a black decal, you can see air bubbles pretty easily. So something like that, you know, get the edges, get it all nice and smooth. And then we'll pull off the other side. Again, kind of easing that on there with my rag here, which isn't working out very well for me. We'll just let it fall. How's that? I think that's pretty good. I don't see any air bubbles. You never see air bubbles until you get out in the sun, by the way. But I don't see any right now. That's it. Is it straight? Not really, no. But it's good enough. I'm not gonna take it off and try to reposition it. I think it's good enough. And eventually the sun will fade it out because that's just the way it is, especially here in South Texas. And I'll take another stab at it in the future. So that's it. That's the end of my first modding foray. And I know it's pretty simple stuff. We'll be doing things a little bit more complicated as time goes. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the new truck. Let me know what you think of decals and dealer advertisements left on trucks. Do you leave them on or do you pull them off? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have 2 additional channels. Rob Motive, all about my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. And Rob Motive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.